Hi guys, welcome to Perseverance Software Training Institute. I'm Sai. Alright, in this series of Docker, so we'll focus on multi-stage Dockerfile builds. Okay, see, basically we have seen how to build, customized images using Dockerfile, and now we are focusing on basically developing and building multi-stage Docker file. So you already know what is a Docker file, and we have written single stage, right? See, just to make a sense out of it for now, we have used single from statement, right, from instruction in the previous Docker file video, right, session. So this has a sense now, multi-stage. It has a sense. It will have multiple froms and it will have multiple stages that we'll see now. What is the purpose of it? So understand, let me simplify it. So I have some Java code. So Java code can be built using a tool called as Maven. Right? Maven is a build tool. Maven is a build tool which helps us to build Java code. All right. So this will generate one artifact. So let me show you. All right. Okay. So what happens is I have Java code, all right, Java code. So this Java code, so basically will be built by a tool called as Maven. So Maven is a build tool for Java code. Okay, all right. Now, so how we build Java code using Maven is we have something like pom.xml, which is project object model dot extensible markup language extension file, in which we tell what Maven should do with this Java code. All right. So after that, what happens is the Java code is basically passed to Maven tool, where we should also have pom.xml, so that based on this file it will Maven will build this particular code and it generates artifact we have discussed already, right? So it is the final outcome. All right, so I would say just final outcome, which is the final package. So in case of Java, the final packages would be in, basically a var format, jar format, EAR format. So basically var is nothing but web archive. All right, this is web archive, and jar is Java archive. Okay, and ARS enterprise archive. All right. Okay, perfect. So what is archive? You know, right? Archive is collection of many things. So meaning is this final outcome will have many things. For example, now I'll be sharing a Java code with pom.xml so that Maven can build Java code using pom.xml, and now it should generate some final outcome, right? That outcome should be either of these three. So basically, web archive is nothing but your online websites like Insta, FB, and all, etc. Java archive is for basically some Java based archives which works internally. It is not something which we can expose to the external world. It is for it will be a base of another application which works, right? Let me tell you. For example, I have jar files on which main application is built. Okay, so for that reason we need a jar file. So here is enterprise archive, which is kind of, we have enterprise based clients where they required something which works only for them, not a global one, right? So that kind of thing we can categorize under enterprise archives. So now what happens is, let's move to web archives, which are widely used these days, right? Not this years, from past years. All right. So what happens is the final outcome will be something like, okay, perseverance.org. So perseverance is the software application with an extension .var, which is .web archive. Okay, got it? Fine. So now then what happens is, to deploy this artifact we need a Java based, Java based web server. Meaning is that, right, the final outcome, all right, the final outcome should be deployed on a web server. You know that, right? So that web server we can consider Tomcat. All right. So Tomcat is a web server which can deploy Java based outcomes, Java based projects. All right, fine. So now we basically have Java based code. We basically have Maven tool, everything as such. You understood, right, the workflow? So Java code is available. We use Maven tool using pom.xml. Maven will build Java code. It generates a final artifact. That artifact is of web archive format. So something will get something like this now. All right, so something like this, and this particular artifact will be deployed on a Tomcat web server. All right. So as on Nginx, we have seen USR share. What is that? USR share Nginx and then HTML. Right. This is for Nginx, not for Tomcat. Okay. Same way for Tomcat, we'll have something like, for example, let me tell. So for Tomcat, we will be having a directory, something like, you consider where lib tomcat web apps, something like that, where we should place this archive file so that Tomcat can serve this particular application. Okay, perfect guys. All right, and keep in mind that Tomcat runs by default on 8080 port. Okay, so all this, now my requirement is I need to dockerize this. Dockerize in the sense I need to containerize this complete, dockerize this complete process, meaning I need to have a Docker file where I will use Maven as an image, where Maven builds Java code and generates an artifact. This is first stage, correct? This is first stage. Second stage is after generating this artifact. Okay. So I would say, okay, all right. I would say this is build stage where we are building Java code using Maven as a tool, and this is deployment stage wherein we are using Tomcat for deploying the artifact which got generated during the build stage, right? So now what happens is we have two stages right now. Yeah. So how to develop a Docker file to completely dockerize this process, meaning completely basically develop an image which will have the complete end-to-end process, like building the code and generating an artifact and deploying that artifact to required web server, right? So everything this is possible. This end-to-end operations are possible by multi-stage Docker file. Okay, fine. All right, guys, that's fine. We'll see in the next video about what is multi-stage. Now purely you got the requirement, so let's see in the later video. All right, fine guys, thank you so much. Bye bye.